Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Trails Beyond the Horizon. We were doing Kevin's route, second stage of the route, and we were doing some side quests.
Thanks for the grub.
Wow, this is incredible.
Sugary goodness! Sugary goodness!
Sharing meals together is quite nice. Sharing meals together is... Sharing meals together
There we go.
is...
Hey, Millie.
Quite nice.
Bye, Millie. 210. Holy shit. Alright.
I'll send this review to
Upload the
Ben.
rich chai pudding.
Sure. Go wild.
This pudding is seasoned with spices normally used in chai. The result, a unique scent and taste you'll crave even in the heat. It gives you a sense of the locals' ingenuity.
I'll send this review to
Saffron
Ben.
biscuits.
Sure, go ahead.
These bright yellow cookies have a saffron scent that whets the appetite. They're filling and non-perishable, so a good choice to use as rations. Or to grab with a pal on the way home.
I'll send this review to Ben.
I'll leave the rest to you.
This luxury chocolate is made from camel milk and raw cacao. I'd venture to call its flavor distinguished. The sort that even one in Erebonian high society seldom encounters.
I'll send this review to Ben. Ben's gonna be so stoked.
This stuff is never go back levels of sugary, but with a full flavored kick of melting mango-y sweetness. As sweet as me and my partner though, I wouldn't be so sure.
I'll send
And the
this review
Asmelis
to Ben.
mousse. Ooh, pistachio flavored mousse. This creamy filling mousse owes its success to the pistachio, which provides both a unique flavor and texture. With that I could eat their whole inventory.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Let's grab that.
Still a long haul to go.
Hey, Serafina. Yeah, trails.
Market's got everything. Central Eastern culture store? Seriously?
Yeah. I've got another side quest to deal with over here. Excuse me, are we right to assume you posted a request on the bulletin board recently? Oh, I know you folks. You've been around the Mulvane quite often these past few days, haven't you? So you're the ones accepting 4 SPGs. Yep, that's us. Anyway, just to get down to the nitty-gritty here. You said you've been finding counterfeit tokens in the casino lately, right? Unfortunately, yes. I can't speak about the matter too loudly, of course, but I know that these are extremely grave circumstances. If you don't mind, I'd like to discuss the nature of the request a bit further with you all. Do you have a moment? Yes. Alright, sure. Seems like you're in a pretty tight bind here, so let's hear it. Your kindness is much appreciated. Now, if you'll please follow me. token on the left we use in our casino. The one on the right, however, is a counterfeit. Where's the differences? Hard to tell just by looking at them. Are you sure it's actually a fake? When we showed it to an appraiser, we found a difference in the design that could be attributed to a miscalculation in measurement during manufacturing. They were also able to determine that, due to the impurities the counterfeits contain, they're slightly heavier than their authentic counterparts. Minute as these differences are, however, even I'm unable to distinguish between the two. And neither can our dealers, unfortunately, which has resulted in these counterfeits being used in our slot machines. So now they're mixed in with the real tokens, huh? And they're circulating the casino? The fact that they created counterfeit tokens rather than counterfeit mirror likely means they were concerned about authorities taking notice. Frankly, I applaud their forethought on the matter. Not the time, Rufus. Anyway, I'm assuming most of your guests are completely clueless about this whole thing? That's correct, yes. And that's why we've so far been unable to figure out where exactly the counterfeits are coming from. Perhaps if we found a way to identify them at a glance, we could limit their use, but as it stands, it's a bit difficult to explain the matter to our customers. And so the casino has simply had to absorb the loss in profit. Truthfully, a further influx of these counterfeits in the future might just affect their ability to operate outright. Alright, I think we've got a general sense of the situation now. We'll do some investigating to see if we can suss anything out. Luckily, I've got just the connections for the job. Oh, those gamblers, right? If anyone knows anything about casinos, it's those two. They probably already left, but I'm sure it won't be a problem if we contact them anyway, right? I'd say so. Mind if we take this token with us? By all means. But again, thank you very much for your attention to the issue. Well then. You know that's not the counterfeit, right? After leaving the casino, Kevin called Jack and Hal. Let's get those pics you sent, Kevin. Thing's a real piece of work. See any while I was helping you with... You see any while you were helping that lady earlier? Can't say I did. If the material they're made of is different, so's their weight. I would have noticed the moment I touched one. But honestly, anyone but me would be hard-pressed to tell at a glance. I get the sense the mastermind behind these things had a single-minded resolve about this plan. They were determined to see it succeed by any means. Now, why do you sound impressed? But you know that rumor? Oh, here's something we could use. While we were gathering intel for you earlier, we happened to hear something that's kind of been nagging at me ever since. See, apparently there's this token shop that's cropped up in Tharbad recently. Claims to be a place where you can buy casino tokens on the cheap. They change their location pretty frequently though, and they only sell to people who've heard about them on the OrbleNet. Didn't seem relevant to what we were looking for at the time, so we didn't pay much mind, but maybe, no, there's no question about it. They've got to be the ones we're looking for, right? A counterfeit token shop? Huh? Well, can't imagine anyone else would fit the bill. And if they really are spreading rumors about themselves on the OrbleNet, tracking them down should be a piece of cake. Would you two happen to know the latest rumor about the shop's location? Well, according to what was supposedly posted by them this morning, look for where all the hubbub's happening in the entertainment district. Find me and you'll be in for some maximum deals. Maximum deals? Interesting hint. Probably talking about... Looks like you figured it out already. Well, I guess I'll let the information fee slide just this once. Anyway, our train's almost out of transmission range, so good luck out there. Thanks. Take care, you two. If the rumor has been making the rounds since this morning, it may be best for us to hurry. Right, let's catch these crooks. Then we can force them to teach us how to make counterfeits of our own. Really? Come on, kids. Let's get to searching.
For SPG time.
To maximum energy.
alrighty.
It's Nadia's turn to be the leader. This is the venue for that Maximum Energy event. Could the shop be around here? Maybe they're using all the commotion as cover. Yeah, feels like we're onto something. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 8,000 Mira exactly. And right here you are, 1,000 tokens. Thanks for doing business, young man. Nice, but maybe I brought too many. No, at least I got them at a discount. You mean 8 Mira each instead of the usual 10? You know, actually though, I thought that taking these things out of the casino was prohibited. Yep. I'm afraid that's a trade secret, kiddo. If you find yourself needing some more, I'll be in Farbat a while longer, so keep an eye out, alright? Will do. Thanks a lot. Just standing there nonchalantly. Is she the token shop? I didn't think the person in charge would be an old lady. What's wrong, you two? Well, why am I getting this weird feeling? I suggest we investigate the tokens that young man purchased. Let's split up then. Rufus, Lapis, come with me to talk to the guy. As for you two, can I count on you to track down that old lady? Imagine she's got a base in the area where she keeps her stock. Can you find out where it is for us? Can't afford to lose sight of her now. Lose sight of her right now. Sure, no sweat. We're all over it. Good luck, you two. Let us rendezvous at a later time. There she is. I wonder where she's going. Let's be careful following her. Don't want her catching on to us.
Central Eastern culture is so fascinating. This market's got
And we do the walking. There's a thing at the hammam. Old lady's got sticky fingers. Now which way are you going?
Yahoo!
Hey, Omega! How are we doing? doing, Omega? It was Castlevania. Good. I'll do the shout out after this. But welcome everybody. I am Dark River 40. I am a VTuber guy that plays video games. Wait, where'd she go? Shit. 70% done? Nice.
Don't be shy. Stop on by.
Yeah. Right now we're playing some Trails Beyond the Horizon. We're slowly getting close to the end. And I almost got caught. Got too close again. Hey Unigod, how we doing? I'm gonna stay here. He walks past. And we keep an eye out. Hydrate. I will do the hydrating in a moment. Big buffs. It's the old lady. The Hammam? Why would she come to a place like this? Maybe she's treating herself to a bath for all the hard work she's done? But I mean, if she heads into the women's baths, we're in trouble. We need to make sure that doesn't happen. Keep off my ass, you freaking creeps. You want to chase tails so badly, go to the strip club. What? That voice. There's no doubt about it. You're that old artist. You're that old con artist, Crone. How did you know about... Wait a second. Ain't you those brats that work with Beauty's Blade? How dare you show your faces in front of me? If it wasn't for you, I'd never have ended up in debt to the Kingpin. Well, you reap what you sow. Should have just trashed those fake telephones in the first. To have your little sympathy for the elderly, would you? Goodness gracious, if all young people nowadays are like you two, the Republic's in for a dire future, I tell you. The goddess must be heartbroken. Seriously? You're bringing up the goddess now? Can't believe this lady. She can talk all she wants, but if she really is the one responsible for those counterfeit tokens, we can make this quick. This new business venture of yours? Trying to put your experience as a swindler to good use again? I was wondering why you were in Tharbad. So you're trying to interfere with my business again, are you? That it? You're not that important. We just happened to pick up this 4SPG while we were in the area. Doesn't look like she's got any flunkies with her this time around. Come on, let's nab her ass. Look, I'd ever let you brats get one over on me again. If you think this old dog hasn't learned any new tricks, think again. Chrono Drive. Why couldn't we move? And how'd she get so fast? Behold, the ace up my sleeve. I think I've made enough cash in Tharbad by now. Right time I hit the road. Ciao, squirts. What was that? A divine wind? Actually, I think it was that old lady we saw earlier. Kevin, sorry, but we screwed up. Can't believe she had a Zypher. With a freaking speed enhancer, no less. What the heck are you talking about? You can explain everything. You can explain the situation once you've taken a deep breath, you two. We'll catch her soon enough. Sometime later. It looks like I managed to shake him. Buying that black market Zekdom's tech really did pay off in spades. No one can catch up to me now, not even Beauty's blade. They'll never guess my stock's this far out of the city. Burned the midnight oil to create those melts, so you better believe I'm gonna use them. Maybe I'll head to Elsheim's entertainment district next. I'm afraid this is as far as you go, lady. What? We found you. Thanks for leading us to your stash, Granny. How'd you find me? There's no way you could have seen me leave the city. That's where our boss's cunning comes in. You see, when you passed by me earlier, I managed to slip a single counterfeit token into your clothes. What? When we received it from the casino, I registered its data with my Zypher, just in case, you understand. With that info at hand, it was only a matter of utilizing shard search and a map application to guide us straight to you. And it seems your entire supply. Split-second decision-making. You teaming up was the right call. So, Magisa, was it? Magisa? You're not going anywhere. Not even with that gimmick of yours. To hell? Huh? No. Go to hell. This always happens. First it was the special support section, then those stupid inspectors from the Empire. I mean, don't you feel the least bit of shame for scheming against a frail old woman like me? Well? Ears are ringing. Oh, guess even Rosenberg Tech isn't immune to her voice. What a stupid question. Who do you think you're dealing with here, lady? I mean, look at her. We're all of us are former inhabitants of the underside of society. You think I give a rat's ass who you are? I'm a black market trader for goddess's sake. I've spent half a century experiencing the sweet flavors of triumph, the bitter tastes of loss. And I'm never giving this life up. So don't you ever mess with the con artist crone again, you hear? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I knew she was planning something. I hadn't realized you'd prepared for the occasion. Just a few more Zekdom's product from the black market. Now don't screw this up, bots. I refuse to lose. Come on, let's end this.
Now I'm mad. Activating Shard Command.
say
I know all there is to know. DOC activate!
That's it.
Alright, I'm gonna do the hydrate right now. I'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Give it your best shot. You have the advantage. Press it.
Doing good.
Give it your best shot. You have the advantage. Press it.
Doing good.
Give it your best shot.
Okay. I'm back.
You have the advantage. Press it.
Doing good.
Give it your best shot.
These are for
Read it and did it.
Shredded and deaded. Here we go. Initiating drive. Allow me.
Undone.
For the action.
Not done.
You're mine.
Let's do this.
Right behind you.
And
Doing good.
Calvary Bolt. Sorry, pal.
Okay. Activating Sharp Command. Brilliant.
Aegis Shield.
Don't jump the gun, yeah?
Allow me. Here goes.
Messed up.
Yeah.
At your will.
Okay.
You have the advantage. Press it.
Allow me.
One for the road.
Yeah. I believe in you, Ed. Activating Sharp Command. Brilliant.
Undone.
Okay.
Blue's Nova.
Okay. Initiating drive. Right behind you. Here goes.
Drop a planet on them.
My turn.
Okay. Give it a taste.
And the Arc of Eldorado.
Time to shine. Yeah, yeah. Owie! Go, Kevin!
The Pluto's Nova.
My turn to act. COC activate.
Activating skill. Like that. They're on the ground.
Here I go.
Activating skill.
Nadia!
Yep. Right behind you.
On guard.
For the action.
You got it, Kevin.
Hit stack.
Sure thing.
And there we go.
Yay! Bring on the bugs.
All the better to protect with.
My trump card. How dare you? That's checkmate Megisa and... my business. The molds I worked so hard on. Phew, what a relief. Though I can't say I'm a fan of the whole setting everything on fire bit. Yeah, I know they were all just counterfeits, but shouldn't we have at least collected a few as evidence? Well, it's not as if we're the police. There's no real obligation to do anything more than what was requested of us. That being said, dealing with her would also fall under... Over there. How'd she move so fast? I'll get you back for this someday, you brats. Mark my words. Wait a minute. You're ignoring that hokey parting threat. Do you seriously plan on running through the desert? Of course I do. Remember what I said before? As long as there's ground beneath my feet, there'll always be somewhere for me to run. Or at the east, I'll even run to the very ends of the world. Remember this, scum. The way of the counterfeiter will never die. Should we go after her? Seeing as we've still got more important business to take care of, I'm gonna say no. Plus, if she keeps heading straight, she'll make it to the capital, where Arkwright will deal with it. Probably. Oh, is that what they call passing the buck? Honestly, even if we did catch her, she'd probably just escape again. And anyway, if she really does end up running through the desert, doubt we'll have to worry about her ever again. I wouldn't be so sure. After all, it seems she truly is, as the kids say, the real deal. Ironic, considering she's a purveyor of counterfeit goods. Alright, I need to be such a wise guy. Utterly exhausted, Kevin and company returned to Tharbad. They then made their way to the Moulin, where they reported that they'd learned of the situation to their client. See, so you were able to cut off the flow of counterfeit tokens at the source. You have my deepest gratitude for your swift action on the matter. It was a piece of cake. Took a lot out of us though. But even though there won't be any more counterfeit tokens coming into this casino, hundreds have already been mixed in with the authentic ones, right? We spoke with a young man who brought counterfeits from the culprit earlier. He gave us a few samples to use as references. With this many, you should be able to pinpoint a more efficient way to identify them. Though actually extricating them is another issue, I suppose. And of course, there's the matter of customers who bought counterfeits under the assumption they were the genuine article as well. If only I could think of a solution that could account for all our concerns. What's the best option for dealing with the counterfeit tokens already in circulation? I have the fakes turned in. Well, when you've figured out how to identify them, how about asking your customers to turn into counterfeits themselves? That way the casino wouldn't have to do the heavy lifting, and the customers wouldn't be able to use the tokens anymore. 2 birds, 1 stone. Yes, but then the burden would fall onto the customers who were deceived. As I see it, the fault lies first and foremost with those who bought the counterfeit tokens at a discount. I assume they were all well aware they were aiding a fraudulent actor, and yet they chose to do so anyway. Yeah, got that impression from the guy we talked to at least. Anyway, I just think my suggestion might be the safest bet for the casino, don't you? Yeah, if it wasn't your fault in the first place, you shouldn't be losing money for it. I see. I suppose that's one way to look at it. There will likely be some confusion on the matter, but perhaps we'll consider discussing this course of action further. No way to please everyone, but that's just how 4SPGs go, I guess. There's not going to be a right answer here, you know. So as long as you're satisfied, that's all that matters. Yes, perhaps you're right, young lady. Thank you for your help today, everyone. And please, feel free to continue enjoying our casino to your heart's content during your stay here in Tharbad.
Passing marks, I suppose.
Money for our coffers.
Oof, yay! We maxed out Law. So we'll work on Grey next.
Yeah, baby.
Aegis Omega,
Yeah, baby.
Braver Gamma, and Vajra
That's the
Type
way it
2.
goes. Let's go to the bathhouse. No, we don't need to right now. Now we head to the El Jumeirah.
So this is the famous Ultramir.
Come out wherever you are. I'd rather do the eating than the catching, but fine. Come out wherever you are. I'd rather do the eating than the catching, but fine.
Let's do a search.
Princess Zita asked me to give you all a message. She would like to speak with you. If you could, please proceed to the second floor. The El Jumeirah always makes me feel like I stepped into another dimension. This is where Mario and the princess are staying? Yep. They said they'd be coming back here once they were finished at the Hammam. They have a meeting with someone, I think. And since they so kindly invited us to stop by whensoever we please, I doubt they'll mind a quick hello. Considering the group within almost certainly possesses the information we seek. We should be sure to have all our cards in hand before making our approach, no? You're probably right. After all, I've heard the princess has got a pretty keen eye. And seeing as Elsham owes Professor Hamilton so much, well, personally, I just want to see if we can get the princess to spill the beans without her catching on to us. Here's hoping. You know, I feel like we've got everything we need at the moment. I agree. I mean, after all the stuff we heard from Jack and Hal, we should be good to go, right? Alright, then we'll head in once everyone's ready. There are people all over the hotel.
Those lively young ladies are quite beautiful.
Tian, let's go that way. Not with your shoes on, Tony. Besides, your clothes will get wet. We can have plenty of fun in the showers. Watch. Tian Tian clasped her hands and squeezed them together, shooting water from the gap between them with great force. Whoa, how'd you do that, sis? It's like a squirt gun. Come here, I'll show you. Once you've learned this, you can pretend you have a squirt gun anytime, you know, even in the bath. Tony is so full of energy, I'm starting to get into it too. Since we're here, I should teach him some fun things to do in the water. You know, this is a really nice pool. Man, I wish I'd bought a swimsuit. I love swimming.
Come out wherever you are.
The kids are so energetic, even in this heat. Tian Tian is there. Tian Tian there is keeping an eye on Tony. As an old woman, it's quite reassuring. Oh, yes indeed. Well, if it were a little cooler, I'd be liable to frolic in the pool too. You're just as lively an old man as I've heard. That reminds me, Wan, didn't you run a bathhouse in Lungport? Right you are. Indeed, the Xianyu Tang is one reason people in the second ward are so healthy. After relaxing your body in our piping hot water and steam bath, you can practice martial arts and, oh my, is it Eastern style? I myself own an authentic Northern style Loili. In terms of health effects, nothing beats herbs and vitas. Oh, you think so? In that case, why don't you show me what you've got sometime? Took the words right out of my mouth. Let's see if your bathhouse lives up to its reputation. I never imagined I'd be on tour with someone in the same line of work. As a bathhouse proprietor, getting to enjoy a Central Eastern hammam has been a stimulating treat. So, Angela operates a Northern-style bathhouse. I've had a hand in a number of businesses in the past. But now I am focused solely on my bathhouse. I won't let her beat me. Perhaps I should introduce a Far Eastern flair to my establishment before inviting Angela to visit.
Come out wherever you are.
We can't go into the water.
Let's do a search.
Shall we search?
It's an honor for all of us to be able to welcome Princess Zita. Our hotel's largest shareholders are the Principality of Elsheim and the Bank of Edith, after all. We hope you'll take this opportunity to enjoy Al Jumeirah to the fullest. We'll be hosting an event based on a film later today in the reception hall on the top floor. In addition to a talk show featuring a famous Z1 racer, there will also be an advanced screening of a new movie. Numbered tickets are required to attend, so if you're interested, please make your way back here when... Hey, is there gonna be food? Not as such, there will be free samples of a new energy. Wait, it's the same event we already saw in the city? Pass. These two are coming off meaner than they intended, I think. Not like we have time to look around anyway. We should go. An event for a new film will be held later in the reception hall on the top floor. I'm sorry, but there are no plans to serve food. We do look forward to your next visit. So, supposing a future wherein we join forces to govern the region, the first order of business would be to... I know Valis and Elsem are like allies, but it would be nice if their populations could get along too. What could we do to make that happen? I'm sure it would help trade become more active. Yes. I mean, can't say we know much about each other yet. But perhaps the two of us, for example, could travel and observe different countries. It's a great idea. My father's been a bit overprotective lately, so I'd love to set off without him for a change. Yes, Kalia and I will finally have some time alone together. It's the same for me. Say, Kalia, when you and I tour the continent, I'm stammering when it truly counts. Just how will Kalia react? Yes, there's so many countries I'd love to study. Jeez, Munt, why are you so nervous? You can be so adorable. I feel like she still hasn't gotten the hint, but a trip with just Kalia and I was still tempting. Well, there will be plenty of chances for me to share my feelings in the future. I'll leave it be for now. Ramiferia, the Erebanian Empire. I'm also curious about the Libel Kingdom to the west. What do you think, Munt? Yes, we should definitely come up with a concrete plan, for the sake of our future too. Even though the region is called the Central East at large, there are many different cultures and features therein. It is truly a diverse region. There's international powerhouses like Elsheim, nomads on the frontier, mountain tribes, and even coastal cities like Valis. Each one has its own ingredients and cooking techniques, giving a real sense of how intricate their cultures are. Patriarch Bashar, your son appears to be talking to Kalia. Now that you mention it, they've always seemed close, but recently they've been much more involved. I hope you're not implying that you have an ulterior motive, Daha. But say the same about you. You aren't having your son hit on Kalia, are you? I'm not sure if you're a doting father or a fool. Said, I do wonder what Munt is actually thinking. It's unthinkable. But could Kalia possibly have feelings for him? Let's call it a truce for the time being. Before anything else, we need to assess the situation. We're in accord then. There's also the matter of business, so I expect we'll be in contact for a while, Daha. You get it, don't you? First we must check on the situation, and then... Yes, already. For my part, I must confirm my son's true intentions. They certainly seem close, but just how do they feel about each other? It's unthinkable. But I absolutely don't want to do anything that would make Kalia sad. Oh? Director Lam?
Mario! Zita! Everyone! Nice to see you again. We're just dropping by to say hello.
Oh, it's you two.
Miss Rain, how wonderful to see you again, and so soon after saying our farewells.
Kevin, Rufus, we must have just missed each other at Hammam, huh?
Probably, yeah. We've been on a pretty tight schedule lately.
Promise we meant to say hi, but we had a reservation to get to. For lunch, you see.
I believe introductions are in order, Your Highness. It is an honor to make your acquaintance.
Likewise. I'm Jita Osval, daughter of Grand Prince Salmon of Elsheim. And this is my bodyguard, Najee Berka.
Of course, Rufus turns on the charm for the princess.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Father Kevin, Sir Rufus. Or perhaps you would prefer I call you Sir A.
Now.
Looks like the jig is up. Would have been more surprised if it wasn't. Rufus is fine, thank you. Did you know it's actually one of the most common names in the Empire? Again, it is a pleasure, Your Highness. It's not every day a simple wanderer like myself has the opportunity to meet royalty, after all. I'm Kevin Graham of the Septian Church. Nice to meet you. By the way, I believe my colleague Celeste was in your care a few months ago.
I beg to differ. We were almost certainly in her care.
Director Lam.
I'm Leslie Lam, a director affiliated with Kowloon Pictures.
So, Father Kevin and Rufus, was it? And I suppose you must be Lapis Rosenberg. You've heard of me? Well, yes, though only through the grapevine. You see, as a director, I often find myself researching current events. Mostly to gather ideas for my next film, of course. And once I find myself with enough inspiration, all the fragments of information I've collected, well, I craft them into a story. There's no need to worry about me leaking anything confidential to the general public, however. Everything's a product of my imagination, after all. Well, alright then. It's an honor to hear we've contributed to your creations. And you're something else. A little too sharp for your average Joe, if you ask me. So I'm assuming you know my title then. Am I the only one not following? Wait, Rufus? Where have I heard that name?
Oh? Talk about a crowd.
Yeah, it's Ashen. There you are. Glad to see you're well, Miss Lou. You're Ashen? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since the festival.
Yeah. Long time no see, Swin, Nadia. And I suppose it's been a while since I've seen you three as well. Wait a sec. Are you Lapis? No way! You're even cuter than I thought you'd be!
What? Wait a... I know, right? Hey, so, is she the daughter of the Lu family? Yeah. The same family who served as the White Walker Dragon's benefactor, I assume. Well, before he split off to start his own. Huh, interesting. So you're saying this new project of yours is a collaboration between Kowloon Pictures and the Principality of Elsyne? That's correct. And the film currently being promoted, Perfect Driver Zero. That's a Director Gotti film, funded by Elsyne as well, alongside Vegas Films, of course. It's quite the masterpiece, apparently. It's actually part of why I called this meeting. Not exactly keen on being left in the dust, you know? Well, whatever the reason, it's always an honor to work with such celebrated studios. And to think the production is being headed by the great director Lam. You know, I am just the biggest fan of Wolf's Requiem. You made Wolf's Requiem? Gotta admit, that was a pretty good flick. You can definitely see how it took the Leon Dior last year. Right? And Nina was a perfect choice for the main character. She was so cute. Well, I'm happy to hear it's caught your interest. I'm here to cover the entire pre-production process, by the way. And hopefully, once I'm done, I'll be able to turn it into an editorial. But that'll make for an interesting read. I assume it'll be in the Tyrell Times, yes? Do you have an idea of when it would be published? Well, this is off the record, but around... Anyhow, this is quite a fascinating collection of faces. But it looks to me like you five have been traveling together for a while now. Hanging out in the desert with a priest or Nadia? Call me crazy, but that's not exactly my idea of a fun-filled vacation. I know. And the heat out here is the worst too. It gets an A in my book. The food's been amazing so far. Could you try not blowing all of my mirror, please? My wallet's looking a little worse for wear lately. Then allow today to be my treat. And of course, if there's anything else you need assistance with, please don't hesitate to ask. I consider our meeting today to be a stroke of fate. Wait, didn't the CID have a mark on... never mind. As for me, I'd like to repay my debt to you all for helping me out on Nemeth Island. If you're in need of info, I'm willing to provide whatever I know. So he says, what do you plan to do, Father Kevin? You've really got us backed against the cliff here, and I think our only real choice is to jump. Is it just me or is Najee giving us the stink eye? Doesn't matter. If we want answers, we can't let ourselves be intimidated. That's right, so let the interrogation commence. Well, frankly, I'm glad to hear that. As I'm sure you've all figured out by now, I'm here on some official church business at the moment, and these four have been lending me a hand. This stays between us, but I've been tasked with looking into something for Her Holiness. Her Holiness? You mean Her Holiness Orestes II? This must be quite the job you're on. It is, yeah. But seeing as I can't exactly let you guys in on any of the details, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to turn down the offers of assistance. Instead though, think you all mind answering some questions for us? Please, ask us anything. Yeah, I'd be happy to answer. Well, as long as those questions aren't about insider info on Hayway, of course. Much obliged. In that case, considering everything we know already, I should probably start by asking about why you're in Tharbad. Well, are you implying we're here for something other than this meeting? Not necessarily. Just had a hunch is all. See, I happened to hear a bit of gossip through the guild recently. About last year's film festival, in fact. Someone requested they reopen their investigation on it. They wanted to know what really caused the chaos. We read about what happened in Van's case files. There was a drug making the rounds, right? We also learned that not only were Mariel and Director Lamb in attendance, but so were Prince Sharid and his bodyguard, Najee Burka. And considering the nature of the drugs involved, I can't say I'm particularly surprised the daughter of Heiyue would be interested in the matter. Okay, fine, you got us. The real reason we've gathered here is to investigate the drug Almada was peddling. I knew it. Were you the ones who asked the guild to reopen their investigation? That's correct, yes. Elsheim has a particularly close relationship with the Braces, you see. Allow me to explain. In September of last year, we launched our own investigation into the drug. And not only did we manage to identify the manufacturers of said drug, but its key component as well. In the end, they discovered that it was a type of agave plant, but no other specimens were found outside the one. However, seeing as Almada clearly had vast quantities of the drug, it was determined that they likely had a production center somewhere. Given my knowledge of film noir, Her Highness and Miss Lu thought I might have a few ideas on the matter. Now, I'd never claimed to be an expert on illegal substances, but I do know that the cultivation of agave has been outlawed all across Zemuria. However, if someone wished to grow it regardless, they would need to do so in an arid climate, like the deserts of the Central East, or even the Eastern Wastelands. Although when we consulted Professor Hamilton on that particular possibility, she said the chances were slim at best. You see, in order to aid its growth, the plant is said to extract a special component from septium veins, and given that the region is largely barren at present, makes sense. Do you think maybe Almada got rid of all the places they were using to make the drug? You know, to hide the evidence? If that were the case, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. Yes, to clarify, we've been informed that the drug has made something of a reappearance recently. And in the capital, no less. That's so. Is she talking about that thing Van dealt with? It's people imitating the DG cult, yeah. Though apparently they weren't doing any of that stuff of their own volition. Now that I think about it, it sounds almost exactly like what happened at the film festival. They both even needed a trigger. I've heard Heiyue has been pursuing the incident in the capital as well. In which case, Ashen's explanation that they're exchanging info in addition to meeting about the movie is sound indeed. Yeah. Man, talk about some serious food for thought. Sadly though, I don't think we're going to be of much help to you. We're looking into something completely different. That's perfectly alright. Yeah, it's no big deal. We only ask that you get in touch with us as soon as you hear anything about the agave, okay? We'd be more than happy to reward you for your efforts, of course. Alright. Your number's still the same one we got from Aaron? But talking about words, I'd love a sweet treat from the East. Maybe something rare and unique? Oh, and if you have any skincare products, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands. Rather than insider info on Heiyue, I'd ask for any information you might have on the stock market. Have you people no shame? Kindred spirits, I see. Tell us about your new film. Well, as long as everything's off the record, I'll leave the choice to you, Director Lamb. Oh, well, I don't mind sharing a few details. The premise is a bit out there, though, I'll admit, but I don't think any other studio but Kowloon Pictures would do it justice. To put it simply, it's going to be a near-future sci-fi film. Allow me to set the scene. Year 1299 of the Septian calendar. Society has fallen into stagnation. Humanity is on the brink of extinction. Strong start. Yeah, kinda spooky too. Sci-fi. Short for science fiction, right? So you mean to proceed with this dystopian tale of yours? Of course. Due to an unfortunate chain of events, humanity has not only lost civilization, but the favor of the goddess as well. It's a story about the fond sport forged between humans as they try desperately to survive in a cold, cruel world. A world dominated by monsters. And well, that's about the gist of it. It sounds amazing. Is there going to be any romance? Monsters, huh? Bet it'll have some killer action scenes. Sounds like you're trying to pioneer an entirely new genre here. Though I'd expect nothing less from the great director Lamb. I know the story's a bit bleak, but Kowloon Pictures thinks it'll be our biggest hit yet. And if we shoot in the deserts of Tharbad, the visual realism of it all will make everything just that much more impactful. We'd also like to film in the northern region of the Ishgal Mountains, where the Kruger village is. We've actually begun negotiations with their representatives to do so. Oh, isn't that where Ferry's from? I assume the east must be on your list of potential shooting locations as well then. No, actually. While the rails do extend partway through the region, it's unfortunately much too dangerous to use as a shooting location. Also, Professor Hamilton warned us against shooting in the region due to its unstable weather conditions. Yeah, that sounds really rough out there. Apparently all their crops keep withering because it's always cloudy too. And heck, all those random tornadoes surrounded by lightning. Though I imagine the footage I could capture would be phenomenal. I am afraid I'm not so willing to sacrifice my cast and crew. I could certainly see Director Gotti brute forcing it, however, if there's a will, there's a way. From what I've heard about the man, that sounds about right. Can't say we've ever had the pleasure of hosting him as a director though. The elders wouldn't take too kindly to his tastes. I think Vegas film suits him just fine. He does a simply phenomenal job at delivering on his directorial intents. You know, I'm actually hoping that he'll be able to adapt one of my favorite books someday. Have you ever heard of 3 and 9? Oh, I'd love to see that. I don't think there's much in that one that Gotti can run with, honestly. That's not true. I mean, the heroine's sexy and cute. Audiences would love her. Take it down a notch, Nadia. Give her her royalties already. The characters are 12 and 14 though, are they not? I imagine that would create an issue for the ratings boards. Oh, I agree. Which is why I would suggest he raise their ages and even flip their genders. And perhaps we could even give the main antagonist tentacles. Tentacles? Yes, as a girl. Being subjected to all sorts of naughty things. Is it just me or is it getting kind of warm in here? Naughty things? Okay, I think that's enough about that. And tell us about your connection to Hamilton. Our connection to Professor Hamilton? Well, for Elfsheim, she's practically our savior. We can't thank her enough for what she's done for us. Truth be told, Longport owes her a lot too. Red Star, the Newtown Project, the Great Spire, none of them would exist without her. Their very foundations were built on her accomplishments. Whoa, seriously? Oh, the Great Spire is gorgeous at night. I saw it when I visited last year. Surprised you even bothered to look. Figured you would have been too busy gorging yourself on Mantu. You know, the professor's name has come up an awful lot during this conversation. Kinda sounded like you folks have been keeping in contact. You must be pretty close, huh? I'd like to think so. We first met while I was working on a project as a technical supervisor. I suppose that was about 15 years ago now. She was incredibly kind to me, despite her being in a position of authority. And if I had any questions, she'd answer them in a heartbeat. As for me, I first met her at a conference in the spring. She was way more friendly than I was expecting her to be. And to this day, she still replies to my orb mails. I'm more grateful to her than you can imagine. I see. Doesn't seem like she knows anything about whatever business Hamilton had with Dingo, though. All that being said, I don't think her kindness is limited to us alone. She's shown her penchant for charity to people and places all over the world. Yeah, she's even kind to Yeye of all people, and he in turn is kind to her. Well, I can't say I'm surprised to hear all that. After all, Master Beauregard said the same. By the way, would any of you happen to know where she is at the moment? Unfortunately, no. But now that I think about it, I believe my brother saw her in Basel. Indeed. He met her on site around noon yesterday. But after that, she is believed to have departed the city. I had no idea. Do you think she left for the Space Forces base? I don't, actually. She has been avoiding interfering in the space operation out of consideration for her disciples. It's more likely than not that she left to join the festivities in the capital. Sounds like she's really got her hands full. Oh, I just remembered a question I had. The construction lab Professor Hamilton oversaw 20 years ago is why that oasis is so full, right? But I was wondering, how exactly did they make that happen? Nice going, Lapis. Honestly, I don't think that question was intentional. Now that you mention it, it was supposed to be a pretty large-scale construction project, right? I've done some research on Tharbad for work recently. But I don't actually remember reading any details on what the construction entailed. I remember it being hailed as a matter of great significance at the time. But I don't believe I recall ever hearing any more on the subject. When I was younger, I saw a video of the Hale Oasis myself. I was immediately struck by the need to ask my father about it. After all, if the engineering existed to generate vast amounts of water in the desert, then why not use it in other areas of the Central East, and in the East and West as well? As my father considers himself a close friend of the professor's, he presented the question to her in turn, and according to her,
the oasis is simply the result of a combination of factors. In order to have the same happen elsewhere, however, the area would need to meet the same specifications, both geographical and otherwise. Unfortunately, Your Majesty, I must ask that you not attempt a recreation.
She really said that? Do you mind if I write all of this down? Combination of factors. What a fascinating choice of words. Awfully cryptic if you ask me, though I can't imagine she was lying about any of it.
Well, that was riveting. Can't wait to see that new film of yours, by the way.
Your Highness, everyone, I look forward to working together in the future. I am unsure of how much longer we'll be staying in the city, but if you find yourselves in need of aid, please feel free to visit us at our inn.
I'm afraid we're in much the same position, but I appreciate your offer nonetheless.
Personally, I mean to stick around for a few days, so I'd be more than happy to chat.
I'll probably be busy gathering material, but if anything important comes up, just give me a ring, okay? You guys said you still have the number Aaron gave you, right? Do you want my orb mail too? Yeah, totally!
It's hard to believe that the whole Agave deal is happening again. Ash and Kevin, everyone. If you learn anything else about the Agave, please let me know. You're an interesting lot, so I hope we'll continue to build a good relationship. The professor visited our nation many times, and even had tea with me in the palace. She's always so busy flying all over the place. But I hope we'll be able to spend time together again someday. Talking with all of you has been inspiring. I wonder if I can use our conversation somehow for the near future science fiction movie I'm planning. A lone wandering priest visits a desert to hunt down the secrets of a ruined world. Something like that. Please don't model the guy after me without my permission, okay? You say that, but you seem pretty flattered to me, Mr. Onion. Talking with all of you has been inspiring. Seems you're all working toward a goal. I hope it goes well, as long as you don't cause trouble in this region. Yes, ma'am. We'll keep that in mind. What I might do...
You may leave this to me.
is change the holo course.
My name is Cecilia. May Adios watch over you.
And you've got that, but can we get something that will boost evade? No, Naughty is fine. Keep Bolton Noah. Kinda felt like they saw right through us, but at least we got some good leads out of it. Yeah. And you know, I'm actually pretty curious about that new film they were talking about. But the big stuff was what we learned about the Agave and everything they told us about Professor Hamilton. I can't help but feel we're missing the final piece of the puzzle, however. Agreed, but once we get that, we'll finally have the full picture. So, what's our next move, Kevin? Well, if that drug's the key to all this, it's probably best we talk to people who were actually there for the film festival. In that case, we should speak with Shahina. I believe she was one of the many who fell under its influence. Actually, she wasn't. Well, according to Van's report, anyway. What caused her mania was a mask, like in Crossbell. I think Melchior stole the one that was used on Shahina, though. Man, that guy was a real piece of work. Well, what's done is done, I guess. Anyway, we're off to have a chat with the girls, right? That's the plan. Come on, let's head over to the Cultural District. I think they should be starting rehearsals soon. Oh, how exciting. I can't wait to see their performance. I came to check on those two, but it looks like I was worried for nothing. Tian Tian is so reliable. I can rest easy knowing she's here to look after Tony. Watching them makes me miss playing around in the pool as a child. Wish I'd brought a swimsuit. This hotel is quite something. Not that we're staying here. You can tell their service is top tier. The fact that they let us use the pool like this is evidence enough. Well, it's no surprise that heaven can't compare. Still, it was a nice little treat. I was a bit surprised to see you with the daughter of a Heiawei elder. You seem to be close with Princess Zeta, so I doubt there's any problems from a security standpoint. Still, the fighting power of those guards seems a bit excessive. At least let me provide some hospitality.
So,
Come and see if you like.
Here we go. Dancing. Wow, the ways the human body can move is so fascinating. You two are amazing. No kidding. Never seen LPs so sucked in by something that wasn't food. So you guys danced a bit back during the festival, but you've really improved since then.
We're not all that impressive. Though we did work pretty hard on that last set you saw.
The choreography was inspired by the events of last year, actually.
Arkwright's influence then. It was good though. Had a real fire to it. You could tell you each added your own personal flair to the moves too. Even though you were doing the same dance. Central Eastern dance may not be very well known in the Empire, but I have a feeling it's only a matter of time until you two are worldwide sensations. Much like Arkansas at the moment. Perhaps even Heimdall will ask you to perform on their stage. Well, actually, they've received offers to do stuff like that already. But before they can even consider going worldwide, they still have to do a tour of the Republic, starting with the Oracion Opera House. That's right, the monster itself. Though I imagine gaining the adoration of such a traditional city might prove to be a bit of a challenge for us. It's sure to make our success taste all the sweeter. Yeah, that's the spirit. We'd love to support you guys somehow, but I think any donations we make will have to be pretty, well, modest. Yeah, Rufus kind of ran out of money recently. No matter, that just means our dear sponsor here will have to foot the bill. And are you going to pay me back? This is coming out of my own pocket, you know. It's fine, don't worry, it's the thought that counts. Oh, right, I just remembered, you had some questions for us, didn't you? Was there something you forgot to ask earlier? Actually, I had a few questions of my own for them, but I can give you guys some privacy if you want. I mean, you might as well let us stay, right? Fine by me. Anyway, Sarah, Shahina. I know this is sort of a weird question, but would you two happen to be personally acquainted with Professor Hamilton? Bum, 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 bum. I see. So due to the incident that happened during last year's film festival, the professor decided to visit Tharbad to not only investigate the drug involved, but to shut down the associated refining facility as well. Wow, so you said the professor came 2 weeks after the festival? I never realized. Yeah, even though I never actually took the drug myself. That mask really messed with my head for a while, or rather, I guess it was like all the dark thoughts I had, the ones locked deep inside my heart, were just suddenly unleashed. You know. It's all in the past now, Shahina, and anything that happens from here onward is something we'll deal with together. No matter what, we'll always have each other. Sarah. Despite the fact that the source of Shahina's issue wasn't the drug, as she said, there was concern that she had been affected in other ways. So the professor decided to go out of her way to pay us a visit. Just to make sure Shahina didn't have any lingering health problems. I really couldn't be more grateful to her, honestly. She lifted a huge weight off my shoulders. See, she put me through some tests to determine if anything was wrong with me, and thankfully, it wasn't. But it was only once the professor gave me the all clear that I felt like I could relax. Seriously, I practically collapsed in relief. I wanted to express my gratitude by repaying her somehow, but she turned down everything I offered. But because the inns happened to be full, she ended up having to spend the night with us. It was kind of crazy. I mean, the Professor Hamilton, the one in all the history books. She was in our house cooking a traditional Central Eastern dish for us. She even whipped us up a treat from Basel too. Ooh, what'd she make? I knew it was coming, and yet... Okay, but what did she make? Western pastries known as Nusstorts and Central Eastern croquettes called falafel. They were so delicious, Shaina actually asked the professor for seconds. Hey, you promised you'd never bring that up again. Sarah, and you were eating seconds too anyway. Oh, it all sounds so tasty, I'm starving. You just had a parfait, whatever, at least you're consistent. At any rate, it sounds like the professor is quite skilled in the culinary arts. I've heard her pupils mention similar stories in the past. Oh, you must be talking about Katra, right? He's told me a few stories about her cooking too. You know, after you two mentioned the professor at your house earlier, the question of how you all knew each other just wouldn't stop nagging at me. Thanks for filling in all the gaps, you two. Honestly, that woman's done a heck of a lot for so many. Even the church. Seriously, 11 years ago. Oh, thanks to our resident reeking leak. Looks like we were finally able to uncover our missing link. Which means we've got a new point of interest to explore, don't we? Right. So the professor came to Tharbad to investigate a drug refining facility. If we can find where that is, it might also lead us to where she was in that memory we saw. Last year, Arkwright Solutions broke into a facility that was refining agave plant components into drugs. It was located underneath Vegas Films, apparently. And that's where we're headed next. Man, you should have taught these kids well, Rufus. Barely even had to use my brain for this one. I did nothing of the sort, I'm afraid. The credit for their mental acuity lies with them and them alone. At any rate, I'd heard the refining facility was on Vegas' Film's 5th basement, though it's said to have been cordoned off by the authorities. Perhaps we'd like to ask around about the matter. Yeah, let's get going. Oh boy, more people to talk to. Professor Hamilton has always been really kind to my sister and me. We actually had a chance to speak with her in the capital a couple of days ago, before we came home to Tharbad. You see, did she say where she was headed or anything? If I remember right, I think she said something about Basel? It must be hard having to run all over the place like that. You wouldn't think she was an old woman at all. I hope we can offer her some hospitality whenever she stops by Tharbad again. I'm curious about the route she took, but if that was 2 days ago, well, I'll set that aside for the moment. Professor Hamilton... Professor Hamilton runs around so much you forget about her age. But she's still an old woman, so I hope she'll be careful with her health. Now that I'm thinking about it, something bothers me about that conversation we had at the hotel about last year's incident. Marielle, is something wrong? Oh, nothing. Don't worry, I was just spacing out because of the heat. Oh, and about that upcoming performance we were talking about. Say, you guys aren't done investigating yet, right? As a reporter, I'm all in favor of sussing out the truth. Whether or not I'm allowed to write an article about it is a different story. I think we'll start the Grim Garden before we do anything else.
So, what's next on the agenda?
Talk to everybody else here. Magnificent! Not only have I come to understand the depths of Central Eastern dance and the influence of its origins, but I have also discovered that those two are no mere dancers. How do I put it? Perhaps they best exemplify the act of putting one's soul into their art. In a sense, it is not unlike how my father and I put our feelings into our cooking. Yes, how fresh. So this is the essence of Central Eastern dance. I've seen a few flashy plays myself, but they failed to express themselves quite like this performance. In any case, Mishin seems happy, so I'm glad we got to see it together. I could feel the passion, the soul that those girls put into their dance. The feelings that have been passed down through generations could even be said to have a life of their own. It was magnificent. We weren't able to do the sand dune tour today, but I'm glad the customers got to see that at least. Sarah and Shahina's dancing really does have the power to draw people in. As their childhood friend, I can't help but be proud of them. You know, Sarah and Shahina brought me a souvenir from the capital yesterday. They gave me a cool t-shirt. It's too cool to wear, but I ought to put it on for their homecoming tour. Customers on our sightseeing tour were completely satisfied, all thanks to Sarah and Shahina. Oh, I did hear they're doing a performance to celebrate their homecoming. Might be tough to get tickets. Maybe if I negotiate now, I can get preferential treatment. Cha. I can't believe I got to see their new dance up close. I've always wanted to dance with them, but even just watching is so exciting. I guess when you get popular, even old guys like him come to see you perform. He's not a pervert or anything, right? Yeah, I can't believe I got to see her new choreography up close. Felt like my entire soul was enveloped by her elegance, her charm, both unique to her Central Eastern dance. Surely I was sent to Tharbad because I was meant to see this. Well, that was worth seeing, wasn't it? Gosh, just be honest, your eyes were fixed on the stage the whole time, especially during Sarah's closing act. Shut up, I wasn't that entranced. As expected, it's different from ballet in terms of expression, but still I found it deeply moving. Now I know it really is true that you can convey emotions in more with only the meticulous movements of the body. Like ballet, there isn't necessarily a fixed story or motif, and yet the dance alone conveys so much, it's hard to describe.
Alright, let's move.
I just don't know how to describe it. The way she moves is simply amazing. I never get tired of watching her. Just how much did she have to practice to be able to dance like that? My, what a wonderful dance. I can see why they're so popular. The fact that my husband didn't show up by the time the performance started didn't escape my notice, though. Tell me he's not gone gambling after all. Such beautiful dancing. It was different from anything I've seen in Arasion. When I see art like that, it really makes me realize how small my world is. Indeed, I need to shift my focus to consider a greater variety of experiences. That was fantastic dancing, wasn't it, Amelie? It's been a long time since I'd seen a Central Eastern dance, but that one felt especially amazing. I'm with you. It was magnificent even to people who study music like us. Not to change the subject, Nelly, but do you have any interest in accessories? Well, I guess I like them as much as the next person? Is that so? Then I've made up my mind. Central Eastern dances sure is wonderful. I heard those sisters have been appearing in movies and media lately. They should be commended for continuing to value an ancient art form. Back when I was little, I used to watch Central Eastern dance in my hometown every now and again. Now I'm an aspiring singer. Perhaps those performances sparked my interest in music. Well, I wish you the best of luck, Amelie. Hey, what did you all think of the traditional dance of the Central East? Maybe you've already heard of Sarah and Shahina since they've started doing more than just dance. They've even appeared in movies. This was my first time seeing them dance live, and I couldn't help but be transfixed. Alright, let's go to the Grim Garden. Who are we getting now?
Long story short, we're gonna be pitching in on this.
Yes.
Schwarzer and them already gave us the rundown.
Having already lent our aid with one garden, we can't very well disregard another. Master Bearguard, Kevin, a pleasure to work with you.
Indeed. It gladdens me to have us joining forces. Can't say I pictured myself meeting with Master Bearguard and the Odd Couple in a place like this, though. When was the last time again? Our little meet and greet back in Arteria? More or less. Wait, who are you calling a couple? Still, I'm dying to catch up over a drink. I'll ask a few burning questions on your latest tours, whats and wheres. Incidentally, we just shared a riveting conversation with the Vice Captain you seem so chummy with these days. Ah, or could it be that you're already aware? News to me, actually. Would have rushed right over if you'd bothered to call. Bad blood's so thick you could cut it with a knife. From what guys said. They more or less joined the Grouse Herder at around the same time. No way they're gonna let the dam burst out of the blue though, right? Considering what an opportune trading ground this place makes, it would be a shame not to utilize it. I trust my pupils have no objection to demonstrating how much they've grown. I could ask for nothing better. Can't go on acting out in front of Master. Let's save this chat for our next face-to-face. Sure, looking forward to it already. Yeah, well, can't deny that we can't deny that there'll be powerful assets in our efforts to reclaim the garden. No doubt. Time for us disciples to show our stuff.
Ah, the beauty of camaraderie. Let us sally forth hand in hand, shall we?
Celeste, Leon, and Shizuna have been registered as garden party members? Wait, what? Shizuna? The hell? I thought you bailed on us for good.
Oh, was that the way I put it? See, I wrapped up one of my assigned orders just last night. And little did I know, my fellow disciple had joined up with you. So I thought, hey, perfect time to mosey on back.
You don't say. Are you for real? This is bull. I can't say we saw it coming. Actually, this is so in her wheelhouse that we probably should have. She is unorthodox, to say the least. True, but there just might be a lot to learn from that part of her. I'm happy to collaborate with you, Shizuna. In this place, if nowhere else. Right back at you, Genia. They've been registered as garden party members for real this time. Oh, that's great.
Welcome.
A new challenge battle has been added to the
The
arena.
Grim Arena, then.
Okay, first to the fishing simulator.
Let's do this thing.
Nope. I think we'll just one attempt.
You've got guts, Challenger. Let's make this wonderful.
What do we got? Ooh. I have to fold. Okay, that's a bit better. Let's hold on to none of those. Two pair. What do we got? King, queen. If I can get a jack. Do a change over. Got a pair. Seven, 8, 9, 10. So close to a straight. But pair is a better. Let's try again. Ooh. No matter what I pick, good grasp. And final. Dang it. So close. Oh, I could theoretically get a flush here. Oh boy. Got better odds of getting a flush, so let's do that. Nope. Ah, this is bad.
See ya.
Let's do some blackjack
The
then.
name of the game?
Stand. And we get good. Stand. No. There was no way I was going to win that.
Let's play again.
Challenge battle.
You'll be sorry!
All eyes on
Drone cat.
It's go time.
Hello.
Get him on, yes?
And
Use an armor we fixed. Safeguard. Polaris shield. Mercedes thanks.
double lock.
Whoa! You're not getting away.
Lady Gilbert.
You'll be sorry.
POC in operation.
May we proceed
And
with caution. Zephyr activate.
Go ahead. You
My
saved me.
sincere thanks.
Fuck you.
Nice job. Now or never.
Activating. The boost gauge limit has been raised. Yeah.
Allow me to help.
The jig is up.
Now it's my turn.
Take them out.
Now! Cobalt curtain.
Here I go. You can't hide from me.
Good.
Prepare yourself.
My move now.
Polaris shield.
Polaris shield.
Mercedes thanks.
I suggest we strike now.
Gilbert.
I won't hold back.
Blew the cap off your boost gauge.
Thank you, Gilbert.
Don't take your eyes off the enemy. Threat detected. Take care.
Activating skill.
Triple time.
Here goes.
COC activate. Starting drive.
Yeah! Make your move.
The jig is up.
Here goes.
Damage.
The jig is up. Boost gauge limit.
Payback time. My move now. COC activate.
Good.
One more.
And do that.
The boost gauge holds more now.
Now it's my turn.
Okay, now we can just wear one green copycat.
Sucker!
Miss Lancer! Eat this! I'll support you! Activating skill! You won't beat me!
Go all in on it.
Safeguard, Polaris Shield.
Mercedes, thanks.
Now. Now I'm just get. Nuh-uh.
Yeah, she's gonna get beaten up. Rude.
I'm the for real deal here. Now.
You'll be sorry!
DSC activating skill. Now.
And another! Activating skill!
Now.
I gotcha!
Activate skill! Got you!
The boost gauge limit has been raised.
Reset! Sweep 'em!
You're mine.
Miss Lancer! Sure thing!
Under heel. Miss Pluto. Follow my lead. Right behind you. Here goes.
Being stripped.
Lay to the ground, Judith!
All eyes on you.
It's go time!
Here we go, everyone cat.
Under heel.
Dirty Storm!
Pardon me. I'm here to help.
Have some more!
One more. Ready to go. Go, go, you can do it. One heel, clear. Yes.
Here goes!
Clear heel.
Here goes!
Yeah, there's your sunray.
On your cue.
For you now.
Now it's my move!
Right behind you.
Dog Beetle's just
Awesome. There we go.
Here I go!
There we go.
That
Mr.
works.
Asphalt.
There we go.
I gotcha!
Now's my chance.
And let's finish up with Pluto's Nova.
Allow me to help.
Nice! Moving on up!
Oh, I'm sure I could do better. Ha! What'd you expect?
Yay.
How may I help you? Please select a service. This is what we have for sale. Please come back again anytime. Take care of yourselves.
Oops.
Go, go! How may I help you?
They're my
Can't beat this. Whew, that's the stuff.
This feels nice.
Feels like I'm melting away.
Operating at full capacity. Welcome. Preparing for another. This is what we have for sale. Thank you very much. Enjoy your adventure.
Let's go to the garden. Still need to get S rank on all of these.
Picnicking front, move out! Off with their heads!
Okay, 40 turns, no KOs.
Watch it, that one's big.
Goonveg? Here! I can help!
I ain't letting up. Here we go. There.
I'll back you up! Keep it up, it's working!
Just focus on beating the shit out of the order.
I won't miss this chance! Time to crack the whip!
And then you
Safeguard!
our
Shield!
shield.
My safety, thanks. Keep it up, it's working. Exceeding limits. Am I? Keep it up, it's working. You cannot fight. Let me tip it. Blew the cap off your face? Now or never! All
Go,
eyes
go, green cat.
on your cue.
Okay, I've got 32 turns left.
I suggest we strike now. I can help you. I can help. Got something to hide?
Okay. Limited Blaster, Howling Roar, Resilient Impact, and then Rapid Onslaught. Oh.
You'll be sorry.
Dang it.
DOC in operation.
My sincere thanks. I'm here to help.
I forgot to reactivate.
Protect! Crystal Shell! My sincere thanks. I suggest we strike now.
And we're not team.
Activating twist! One more! Take this!
Let me chip in.
Ah.
Here's a Take this! Time for some payback! I suggest we strike now. I'll lend a hand!
That works.
I'll give it my all. Initiating drive. The jig is up. Here goes. Boost gauge limiter removed. The deciding factor. Take him out.
And
I gotcha.
I've got 13 turns left.
Gotcha.
I'll lend a hand. Ready to go. Let's pick it up. And another. Activating twist. On your heel. Ready to go. Activating twist. The boost gauge limit has been raised.
7 turns left.
Lend your hand.
And boom. Okay, I've got one of the two parts down.
And that's a wrap.
Yay.
No hard feelings.
Alright. Time for the Putrid Swamp.
Picnicking front, move out!
Yeah, baby.
Ooh, Divine Phoenix. Fire and Space. That's a good combo.
Let's tune her up.
Let's give you Divine Phoenix. We can see what that's like.
Maintenance mode engaged.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
Defense 3, HP 2.
Let's take a look.
I'll give it a try.
Let's tune her.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
I think it can be even better.
There it is.
And the Grendel. Okay.
All ours.
Okay. Let's do it this way.
Wow, the roster's grown since last time. I'm sure I'll pop back out again, but good to see you all.
Are you seriously just gonna...
Patra, Altina, Fee, and Crew.
jump in and out? Whenever, like some... A cryptid?
Roger,
I never imagined I'd fight alongside the divine blade of silver like this.
Neither did I. But this could be a good opportunity.
Conditions ideal for shark deployment.
Take that! This is it! Take that! Fire away! There! Fire away!
Let's search your ankles.
There! This is it! Activate shards! There! All or nothing! They're stunned!
Good. Gravity Throttle. That's one.
We're low on time. Bad news ahead. Watch your step.
Wonderful. Oops.
Shark deployment recommended.
They clinched! Maximum output!
Gainus Driver. Here's our green.
Close
it out, bro.
Pedal to the metal! Let's do it! Let's do it! Stun them!
The boost gauge limit!
You're mine.
Here's my chance.
Incoming.
This should finish up real quick.
Incoming.
Very good. Did what we needed to.
I think I've grown a little. I detect treasure. I've done some overclocking.
Yeah, getting it down to an art form.
Yeah, yeah, ha! Ha, ha, take that!
Slow code.
Yeah, yeah, take that! They clinched!
Golden opportunity.
All or nothing.
Take it. Display info might want a boost here.
Yeah! You have this.
Activating skill.
Here's a little more.
Allow me.
Make some noise!
Incoming.
Okay, speculators are dangerous.
Kicking ass and taking names.
Cleanly concluded, Paul.
There. Ha, yeah, take that. Ha, take that. Yeah, ha, take that. Fire away. Stop. All or nothing.
Take it. Might want a boost here. Incoming.
Jackpot incoming.
Really chosen, make some noise!
One more.
Follow up, Altina.
Need help?
A boost would work here. Activating skill.
Incoming. Count on me.
Activating skill.
One more.
Good.
Right behind you.
Gotcha.
Follow up.
Raven should finish it. Alright,
Kicking
ignore
ass
everything
and
else
taking
now.
names.
Pretty good, bro. Treasure detected.
Oh, flock. Let's trash him out quick.
Like fighting speculators. And we'll keep going up to the boss fight area.
I found a coffer you can't refuse.
Ignore them all.
Stage cleared. Job well done.
Ooh, that's so pretty.
Moving along. All ours.
Let's slaughter these pawns.
There's so many of them. Stay calm. I can help.
Make some noise!
That's my trick.
The boost gauge limit!
One skill. Boost gauge enhanced.
No big deal.
There's more where that came from. I'm still what to do. All ours. Off with their heads.
20,000 damage.
We've reached a good resting point.
There, all pepped up again.
Alright, we need to swap out our party again. to our special team.
I'll give it a try. Do whatever you want. You do realize that's a single element slot, right? You do realize that's a single element slot, right? Skills change. Shifting to maintenance mode.
Okay, if I combine that as well.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
So that should reduce it to very low cost.
There's no
Let me just do a
shifting to maintenance mode.
quick math thing. So it's 600. 172. How does it stack?
Shifting to maintenance mode.
Point 6, point 6, point 8. I figured it out. So if I
Shifting to maintenance
also
mode.
add EP cut 1, it's only a 0.9. Oh, that's sad. But fortunately, that's all the time I have for today for Trails. I did start a bit later than I normally would. I had issues to deal with. Alrighty. Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining me. I will be back again later tonight with Wandering Sword. We're getting close to finishing that. And we'll be back with more Trails Beyond the Horizon tomorrow. Thank you again, everybody, for joining me and hanging out. And let's go raid somebody. Charade. Let's go say hi to our friend Kate. Next. Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone for joining me. I appreciate you all hanging out. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all later for Wandering Sword. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.